Welcome to episode number 6 of the Q&A show. My name is Dave Dreas.
And I'm Scott Emick.
We're about to crush this.
Crush it.
We're doing something different today.
Oh, here it comes.
You're going to like this one.
Am I?
I'm going to ask him the question. So we're going to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do this.
All right.
Hope you guys are doing well today.
Hit me.
Here we go. My girlfriend...
What is this?
My girlfriend wants me to start doing yoga. I think it's stupid. What are your thoughts?
Do you know how many times I hear this?
This is a common thing that we hear.
This is a really common thing, actually.
Coming from a gym setting, a lot of guys don't like doing yoga. They don't find, they think jacking steel or lifting weights is kind of the way to go.
That's because it's cool.
It's cool. I think depending on where you're located, you're going to start having more influence of yoga. I think it's starting to gain some popularity in kind of the smaller cities. We're in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's a very popular thing here. And I think certain cities have a good base, but it's starting to become more mainstream. And I think people are starting to see the benefit. But we're asking you this question because you are the certified yoga teacher and you have a much deeper knowledge base of yoga.
Yeah, well, I think there are two things at work. First of all, most of the exercise that we do, if it's boot camps, at Arizona Training Lab, or if it's a spin class, or if you're a runner, all of those activities are shortening the muscle. And
lifting weights.
Yeah, exactly, lifting. So all of those activities serve to shorten the muscle, and then the muscle grows, and of course, but they end up being very tight. So yoga is really good at just the opposite. So it's a nice counter. It elongates the muscle rather than shortening it. So that's the first benefit of yoga. And that's one of the reasons I think some of the students, the yogis over at Arizona Training Lab are liking it, is because they're seeing that benefit, that sort of nice complement to what they're doing in the gym.
It carries over. I think the biggest thing that I would say is just from a posture standpoint. A lot of people, even us right now as we're sitting here, we're hunched forward.
Yeah.
Whether you're taking a shit, whether you're driving, whether you're sitting,
Thanks
eating,
for bringing that up.
Right. So whether you're sitting, eating dinner, whether you're on the computer, whatever it is, you're always going to be hunched forward. When you're lifting weights, we're tense, we're lifting. So from a posture standpoint, pulling those shoulders back, I think you're going to talk probably about breathing and all that. It's so important that it can really, if someone's at a stalemate or stagnant in their growth in the gym, throwing in a yoga and getting through better ranges of motion and improving your range of motion, flexibility, mobility, it can very well help your overall growth potential in your fitness or lifting weights or getting stronger. So
Ashtanga yoga was created as it sort of acknowledged this relationship between movement and breathing.
Interesting.
Which essentially is what yoga is. It's asanas, or the poses, and then the movement between those poses, and then the breathing that accompanies that action or that movement. So when people talk about yoga, they say, oh, those are the components, and then they say one is optional, and obviously it's not breathing. But we in Western culture tend to breathe shallowly, and we sit in front of computers and we slouch forward and we collapse the diaphragm. And as a result of that, we train ourselves to breathe very shallowly.
It's incorrect in a sense?
Well, it's just, it doesn't serve us at all, because the breathing process serves to get toxins out of the body. And so one of the great things about yoga is that through that process of being in a heated room, and through that process of the asanas and the breathing, you're actually heating the body from the inside out, and you're exhaling toxins from the body, and you're training your body to be more efficient with its oxygen exchange to all the cells in the blood.
Which then carries over to being better at running, which carries over to lifting weights.
You'll be more effective at all of those cardio activities, and even the,
Right. So to answer the question.
So is it stupid?
I would say it's not stupid. I mean, if your goal is to put on 10 pounds of muscle in a couple of years, you're going to have to do some form of resistance training, but throwing in a day or two of more of a, what would you call it, like an active flow or stretch, or what are some of the types?
I would say flow is a good First of all, it's a little bit cardio.
Okay.
It does build a lot of upper body strength, just because the flow or the vinyasa is an activity that builds a lot of shoulder and
because you're in a plank position, you're doing
it's a lot of plank transitions through up dog and down dog.
So you think this guy should do it with his?
I think he's missing an opportunity.
So he should jump.
I mean, just make her happy.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, be nice to your girlfriend. Don't worry about the effects on your workout or anything like that.
just do it, man.
Just do it. Yeah. So like 1 to 2 days would be good. You know, it doesn't have to totally take over your programming or anything like that, but it can be beneficial. It's just going to help kind of with what he said, breathing, posture, so on and so forth. So I think that's a good question. A little bit different.
It is a good question.
You know, I think there's a handful of guys though that are in that same position that it's like, I want to do yoga.
I hear it all the time.
It's like that too cool for school type thing. And I think in reality, it can be very beneficial if you kind of put that insecurity or that guard down and just kind of go do it. It can be beneficial.
Yep.
Cool. Good question. Thank you so much for watching. What was this, episode number 6?
6. Yeah, I'm running out of fingers for that.
Cool.
But drop the comments in the box below or questions. We actually, that's the place where you can add questions.
Questions.
Like this one.
Questions or even just commentary. We'll answer them. Feel free to give us a little thumbs up. Follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all those social channels. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day.